ونسأل الله فعز Sh.Muhammad الرحمن وذات طريقتنا الصحبة والخير في الجمعية. Allah bize bu günleri nasip etmiş.
Almighty has granted us and enabled us to live throughout these days.
Hamdü senalar, şükürler olsun.
And we are thankful to Allah Almighty for these favors He has provided us with.
Nimetlere şükretmek lazım.
We need to be thankful and grateful for Allah Almighty's divine favors and gifts.
En büyük nimet her defa dediğimiz gibi imandır.
And the greatest favor of all is to have faith and believe in Allah Almighty.
İmandan daha büyük bir nimet olamaz.
There is no divine favor, no gift, nothing that is more valuable than faith.
Çünkü dünya ne kadar insan varsa hepsi ölecek.
This world will not last forever, and no matter how many people are in this world, in the end, they're all gonna die.
Öldüler de bu dünya şey için değil, ilelebet diye bir şey yok bu dünyada.
And people died, and they are dying, and nothing in this world remains forever.
Dünyada bir vakit var.
For everything in this world, and for this world, there is an appointed time.
O vaktini dolduran gider.
And when this appointed time is reached, then those people leave this world.
Allah Azze ve Celle istediği şekilde herkesin bir ömrü var, bir şey var.
And as it has been designated by Allah Almighty, everyone has a certain amount of life and a certain span of time he spends in this world.
Onun ömrü nasılsa insanın o şekilde gider.
And once this span of life has been completed, then that person dies and leaves this world.
Şimdi harp var, savaş var, darp var.
Now we live in a time where there's war and fighting.
O kadar insan ölen var.
And so many people die.
Şehit olan var.
And there are so many people who die as martyrs.
Ölenler de o şeyde onların ecelleri bitmiştir. Şehit olanlar da aynı şekilde.
And those who die as martyrs, their lifespans have been completed, and they die as a result of their lifespan in this world ending.
Onlar Allah Azze ve Celle takdiri öyledir.
And this is what Allah Almighty has preordained, and this is what Allah Almighty has destined.
Sonradan insan eliyle onlar şey yapmasaydı ölmeyecek diye yok. Allah öyle takdir etmiş.
Everyone has a time during which he has been destined to live in this world, and when this appointed time is completed, a person dies. It's not us humans who make people die. In the end, everyone dies as a result of having completed one span of life as it has been appointed by Allah Almighty.
Onların da ecelleri o şekilde olmuş.
And those people who now die as a result as it has been preordained and destined by Allah Almighty.
Onun için o mühim olan imanla.
What is important, it is not death itself. What is important is that when we leave this world, we leave it with faith.
İmanlı olması en büyük nimettir.
What is important is to live a life with faith and to pass away with faith.
Nasıl öldüyse öyle haşrolunur diyor.
Because the way you die in this world, the very same way you will be resurrected, Allah Almighty says.
Allah Azze ve Celle imanla öldüyse imanla haşrolunur.
If you die with faith, you will be resurrected with faith.
İmansız olursa o vakit imansız haşrolur.
If you die without faith, you will be resurrected without faith.
O da o vakit kötü olur.
And this is not, and to be resurrected without faith and to belong to those who do not have faith in the hereafter is not a good state.
Allah imandan ayırmasın. Bu büyük bir nimettir.
May Allah Almighty make us be steadfast in our faith, and there's no greater divine favor or gift than the favor of having faith.
İnsanoğlu şimdi ahir zamandayız.
We now live in the end of times,
Dünyaya dalmış.
but people have delved into this world,
Dünyadan başka şey düşündüğü yok.
and all people think about are the matters of this world.
Ahirette hiçbir düşündüğü yok.
People do not care or think about the hereafter.
Bir şey olursa çok üzülür.
And because people only think about this world, they are very affected by the events and happenings of this world.
Dünyalık şeyin için çok üzülür. Dünyalık için üzülmeye değmez. Üzülür insan tabii de.
And as a result, people are saddened by what happens in this world and by the events of this world. But this world is not worth it. This world is not worth us being sad about it. Of course, sad events happen which make us sad.
Onda mümin olan üzüntüsünü Allah karşılıksız bırakmaz.
But as a believer, we know that our sadness is a means for us to obtain Allah Almighty's rewards. And as a believer, we have no doubt in that Allah Almighty will compensate our sadness with His divine favors and rewards.
O üzüntünün karşılığı hayır, sevaptır.
And the compensation of our sadness is the blessings and the favors and the goodness coming from Allah Almighty.
Derecelerdir, yükselir.
And it is by being patient, and it is through Allah Almighty compensating our sadness that we increase our ranks.
Ama ahirete bilmeyen insan yaptığı bütün eziyet, üzüntü boşuna gitmiş olur.
But those who do not have faith and those who do not believe in Allah Almighty or the hereafter, their sadness will have been for nothing, and they will be not getting anything through their sadness.
Onun için bu şeye dikkat etmek lazım.
This is a matter we must be very cautious about.
Kendinizi onun bunun sözüne inanıp da ahiretten uzaklaşmayın, ahireti unutmayın.
Do not listen to those who make you distance yourselves from thinking about the hereafter. Do not listen to this one or that one. Do not listen to those who make you forget about the hereafter.
Ahiret çünkü herkesedir.
Because the hereafter is an inevitable reality that applies to everyone.
Kim olursan ol, ne derler, yaşa bu ecel gelecek başa derler.
No matter who you are, there will be a hereafter, and you will experience death, and you will leave this world eventually.
Eski insanlar her daim anlarlardı.
People in former times were always in constant awareness of the hereafter,
Hazırlıklıydılar.
and thus they would prepare themselves for the hereafter.
Şimdiye kadar hiç hazırlık diye bir şey yok.
But people these days, they are not prepared for the hereafter.
Onun için üzüntüleri çok büyük olur.
And that is why they will be very sad.
Halbuki ahirete hayırlı imanla gitmiş olunca insanlar da üzüntü olur ama tabii ayrılık üzüntüsü, ama bir buluşma var diye gene o kadar üzüntü olmaz.
Because when you have faith, even when people die, pass away, of course you are saddened by that loss, but through your faith you have the certainty that even though there has been a departure in this world, there will be a meeting in the hereafter.
Ama ötekiler buluşmayacağız diye üzülürler.
But those who do not have faith are in a state of sadness and despair because they do not have that certainty of meeting again in the hereafter.
Çok daha fazla üzülürler. Allah
And this will make them very sad and more sad compared to those who have faith.
iman versin hepimize.
May Allah Almighty grant us all faith.
Allah hidayet versin insanlara.
And may Allah Almighty guide people towards the right way.
Yani çünkü çok yoldan sapan, yoldan çıkan, kendini akıllı zanneden insan çok var.
There are many people who deviate from the right way. There are many people who think of themselves to be very smart or intelligent, but to go astray.
Halbuki akıllı olan esas hayatı, bu hayat olmadığını bilen insandır.
But the one who is clever, the one who is intelligent, is the one who is aware of that this life is not the real life.
Allah hepimize o akıl fikir versin.
May Allah Almighty grant us the right understanding to be in awareness of the hereafter.
İmanımızı kuvvetlendirsin.
And may Allah Almighty strengthen our faith.
Allah ve minallah tevfik. El-Fatiha.